I woke up today. I opened on YouTube and I saw Aaron Carter. This guy right here. He passed away. He was a singer, right? He was the brother of I forget his first name, but Carter. He's from on the Backstreet Boys. There was a lot of stuff. I think he went on. Uh, can't remember that guy's screen name or name. Adam 22, I believe. And he was giving an interview where he's like, "Oh, I'm not a meth. This and that. Look at my teeth." It's his face tattoo. Just weirded me out, man. It's another thing. I looked it up. I looked it up on my phone, and then I was looking at uh, iHeartRadio. They said something. It's like everybody says it, LA Times, and it's like because I found it on my phone, and they just said something like uh, where is it? Carter said his previous attempts to wean off certain medications, and I didn't read it. Further down, but it's like, well, what are the medications? Further medications? It's just like it's just negligence. Like nobody, cares. He said he suffered from multiple personality disorders, schizophrenia, acute anxiety, and manic depression, and was taking a bevy, or they use a cute word I never really seen, of prescription medications, including Xanax. So that's great, but I found it on my phone, and it's like, who prescribes them? What kind of doctor prescribes him all those meds? Or did he have multiple doctors? You know? And I've been to a psychiatrist and he's like, yeah, I'll give you this, but only once of this one. Like, I took like 60 pills or 30 pills for like a week and they just start popping them left and right. I needed to calm down. I don't think it helped me any, but I think it was just like the method. I didn't feel anything. It was just Klonopin and I mixed it with other stuff. But I remember this one, Seroquel. Xanax, Seroquel, gabapentin, hydroxyzine, trazodone, and omeprazole. Tramiprazole or omeprazole. They're very similar. I think I took that. That's like an anti-anxiety, I believe. But let me look at this. Seroquel. It's like, well, if you talk about him and his life, we say he was troubled. He wasn't, maybe the best person. People say he was an angel child. Every child, could be seeing an angel on a picture. It doesn't matter. It's just about the healthcare institution in the United States. It's some Brave New World stuff. It's downright criminal. It's like, how you not fall into more problems after you take all these pills. Seroquel. Let's see, they have different names. This is that generic name. This is the brand name. This is quinapine. Let's see what Seroquel really is, because I thought it was antidepressant. It's used to treat certain mental mood conditions such as schizophrenia, bipolar disorder, sudden episodes of mania, or depression associated with bipolar disorder. Quetiapine, whatever, is known as an antipsychotic drug. So this is the same one, I guess, but it's used to treat all these stuff, basically mental and mood conditions. So if you're like sad, depressed, and you're down, or you're up and down, who knows, right? Another thing is like mania or depression. That's pretty. When you're depressed, are you really just manic and stuff? You can be, but it's just pretty disturbing. Now, I took Seroquel once and it just brought me down to a level I didn't want to be in. Like, not that I couldn't feel my extremities, but I had no energy for anything. I could barely move my hands, but that was one. And then, he was prescribed Xanax. Yeah, that's pretty, I think that alleviates anxiety too. So he was taking all these meds, Let's look at this one. Omeprazole is used to treat certain conditions where there's too much acid in the stomach. Right, maybe. I don't trust Google. Let's see, what WebMD says. Google is just, all over the place, but it might be right. If your doctor if your doctor has prescribed this medication for you, read the patient from. All right. I'm looking for answers for you, but all right. To get a refill, you are taking over-the-counter product. Take this medication, okay, just like, If you need antacids, maybe take it on with this medication. This antacids. You also gotta. There's a. Let me see. No, no. I'll call you later. I'm just looking something up. I'll get the usual. I'm a little bit sober. This is for somebody who got excited. Yeah, drugs.com and also I think pillidentifier.com. They're really good. But here you got pill identifier interactions checker. Obviously, I don't, I'm not gonna use a pill session because I don't have a pill on me. Life is like a pill for some people, right? Enter drug name. Well, that's an antacid. Yeah, it could, but let's look at Seroquel. Imagine if you mix all those around, especially that. Oops. There it is. Alcohol food interactions. There are 679 drugs known to interact with Seroquel, along with 23 disease interactions, 6 alcohol food interactions. You could eat something. If you take an antacids, that's not as good as well for that one. Of the total drugs, 129 are major, 544 are moderate. Yeah, I was in a behavioral center and they gave me something. I looked at the moderate thing was not all that, it's nothing. My blood sugar just spiked up to over 300 or maybe more. The stuff they were giving me, the stuff they were feeding me, but that's not good. And 6 are minor. 6 are just maybe I don't know, very very not noticeable. But the minor stuff, I wonder if they interact with the other ones. They didn't. Obviously, moderate is the orange. Amplify. You could just have to look through yourself. Clonazepam, that's Klonopin. That's the one I used to take that. I confused it with the other one he had. I guess this one. I thought that one might have been it. Klonopin. See, it's Clonazepam, which is the same thing, but it's like a different. One is more expensive, one is cheaper, generic brand. Lexapro, he wasn't taking that. Omeprazole, that's unknown. Unknown, it says. Like, how do you not know that? Because it's an antacid, so it's like, you're not gonna try to test it. Adderall, you don't know if Adderall interacts with that. That's not even minor. Vitamin D3. That's a. I don't know if it's a map or it's a. What do they call that? It's just basically a vitamin, I believe. Disease interactions. Yeah, I want to get to this, but all right. Yeah, it's like I was taking an antipsychotic and they gave me something else and my blood sugar spiked. I was just kind of nervous about that, but let alone Xanax, and then he was prescribed Xanax, I guess, but he also taken Oxys. He's like, wow, how much of that stuff you need, and then you look at his picture and he was performing or something, but not here because that's studio manipulated, Photoshop manipulated, so it's I don't care about that. But is it here? The guy looked like he was just sick. His eye just droopy. I'm related to somebody there's a lot of people like that. Just like, wow, man, like he's going through something. He's on a lot of stuff. And it's like I'm not gonna say that I'm surprised he lasted that long. I want to know how long the doctors were giving those meds. That's just illegal. Even my psychiatrist told me there's gonna be an insurance problem. I can't give you those. And even though there was an interaction, I just I heard sound for days in my left ear. And I was like, yeah, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't take it. Maybe I shouldn't prescribe it. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I didn't care. I just didn't know I would get the interactions. And it wasn't I don't know which one was. I had to look it up on the internet to find out that there was interaction like that. Cause he didn't even tell me. Let alone these people give him all those meds. And I don't know what else, if he drank or something like that, or if he just, started buying pills on the side as well. It's, and people are gonna talk, oh, he's been through this, yeah, probably, maybe he just didn't, maybe he just couldn't care less, or he just, maybe he just had a bad childhood, maybe just a bad life, I don't know, but, it's like, how do you fix that, it's a rounding circle, what I've been talking about, it's, let's say, he, either he was abused or he felt left out. He just, he didn't get the potential in life or something like that. That's just immorality on other people, or maybe his own insecurity or his own shadows. I don't even know. I don't even look at interviews that much anyway. I don't really know. I don't really care too much about that, but I do care about at least that, and like the over medication of the public. And as far as him having maybe a troubling childhood, just a troubling life, maybe just other people's immorality and hatred towards him as well. Because everybody gets that in this world. Everybody. You can be not, especially if you're the nicest person in the world. I found, or try to be nice. Oh, you're just the biggest piece of shit. You're a dirtbag. Like I've been called by some people a dirtbag. Like for what? But it's like, well, how do you fix that? Like I get hatred and I get sad, but I'm not gonna start popping pills. I had play time in my life, but there was people that came in my life and just kind of instigated that would get high, including coke, which I fucking hate. And then they run away, and then the other friend says he's dead, he's dead, you fucking asshole. I'm gonna beat you up. Why you haunting? Why you stalking my aunt? So I'm a stalker now to you people. So I left somebody a Facebook message, but it's not about that. It's about those people, Once you see how ridiculous and crazy they are, like I don't want to get high because of that. I'm gonna be sober, just get on Facebook and everywhere, make videos, make them look like idiots that they are. I mean, I woke up to this. This is what I woke up to. This is how I figured out how just evil and creepy and cruel people really are. Do I drink? Yeah, but I don't even want to drink too much because I get really angry, and they enjoy that. They feed on that stuff. They would love to see me get my neck slashed and end up in a coffin, all bloodied and beaten up. They enjoy that stuff. They're corny motherfuckers, what they are. It's a personal vendetta. Nonetheless, though, this isn't about that, I mean, it's just about, United States of America and just, and, the drug, the drug culture. That's what it is. I mean, even you smoke weed, but people take it to a level with the synthetic stuff and dabs and not just dabs, but they got pills and edibles now. Well, just what do you want? I mean, I just all you care about is just getting intoxicated. That's really what that is. Yeah, I mean is it sad? Yeah, I guess when like a 30-something-year-old dies. I mean, could he have taken better care of himself? And even if it was he went a turbulent life, just kick in and just try to I don't know, be happy with himself or just let people go. Maybe, I don't know. I pushed everybody away that was toxic for me, that wanted me to party, get drunk, and mess up my life. And yeah, there are doctors. Some people go to multiple doctors just to get the meds that he was getting too, because someone just won't give it to you unless you really prove it that you're going through something. I mean, I don't know. It's like it's like yeah. Here's a description, and I just looked at Seroquel. Let's look at another one. Hydrocodone. I remember that. I got a lot of tabs open, but that's alright. It is kind of annoying. Hydrocodone can be habit-forming, especially with prolonged, well, they're all habit-forming, majority of them at least, but not may cause hydrocodone may cause slowed or stopped breathing. Well, that's scary, isn't it? That's one of the side effects. If you do buy prescription meds, you get it from a pharmacy, presumably, unless you buy it under the table, right? They will give you interaction. Just I don't know if it's to the fullest extent. I always do my own research. Yeah, it is kind of frightening. From Klonopin, I read, not just mixing. You can actually have seizures. You can actually have seizures if you just overdo it. Overdose, I guess. I guess that's an overdose, right? Why is this medication prescribed? This is what I want to see. Hydrocodone is used to relieve severe pain. Oh yeah, pain reliever. That's an opiate. It's like if you have problems with opiates, a lot of doctors, psychiatrists, they'll ask you, did you have a substance abuse? Did you have a substance abuse problem before? Even I mean, it depends what you say, how you play it off. they probably shouldn't prescribe you that because you know you might get into more issues. But there's people that probably don't have a substance abuse problem and they develop one nonetheless. I mean, this is, you know, I'm really not into that chemical stuff. You know, I do like bleach though, by the way, to like clean really grimy, dirty stuff. So yeah, I'm evil, right? But I don't like cocaine. Who are expected to need medication to relieve severe pain around the clock for a long time and who cannot be treated with other medications or treatments. In the class of medication called opiate, narcotic, analgesic. I thought it was anesthesia. I misread that. No. The monograph only includes information about the use of hydrocodone. Anyway, you know, if you just look at this site, you know, there's others, you know, give you all the details. I mean, they're pretty accurate, you know, and I mean, people get chemistry sets just to figure out what what are in the actual drugs, you know. But kind of want to do that with water, but yeah. I'm gabapentin. Is this antidepressant? This I think I had. This is this is the one. I think this is the one that I heard a sound through my left ear for like a couple days. Anticonvulsants treats seizures by decreasing abnormal excitement in the brain. Wow. I thought it was antidepressant. It is used to relieve the pain of post-therapeutic neuralgia, the burning, stabbing pain or aches that may last for months or years after an attack of shingles. Well, that's probably one of the things, right? Are used to treat restless leg syndrome, right? There's a class of medications called anticonvulsants. Well, that would be an anticonvulsant, you know. So it would be like, you know, something like seizures or stuff like that, right? It treats seizures by decreasing abnormal excitement in the brain. It comes with a capsule tablet. I had it in tablets. What is the adverse reaction of gabapentin if you don't really need it? I mean, creeped out to find out, but you know, I'm not even gonna get into interactions, but I mean, what if somebody prescribes just, you know, just to give you really mess you up, really to hurt you? And I didn't want gabapentin. I fought against it, you know. But you know, it's like, what else I got? Fuck it, maybe it'll help, you know. But are these people evil? Oh, you better believe it. They have no conscience whatsoever. Not all of them, probably a lot of them. A lot of them probably get money just for, you know, prescribing certain medications. You know, they'll get like a benefits. I heard they get like vacations or I don't know, not just free pens. I'm pretty sure they get a lot more money than that. But yeah. Gabapentin. 260. There are 260 drugs known to interact with gabapentin. The major one, Narco, not you know, the Colombian guy. He just wanted to have fun. He would have killed you anyway. But these guys I don't think they want either. Actually, they want the latter. Adderall is unknown. Aspirin low strength unknown, but see moderate. Benadryl. Ooh. That's not good, is it? Lexapro. I mean, there's just a lot more. It just doesn't. Where is it? Highly clinically significant. Moderate clinically significant. Usually avoid combinations. Use it only under special circumstances. Wow, that's a lot. I mean, imagine like the amount of drugs he was taking. This one interacts with the other. I don't know if the percentage of you know, dangers multiplies afterwards. You know, what about the long-term effects? Pretty disturbing, right? I mean, it's like, you know, if you don't have any conscience about this and, you know, you don't open your mind to this, then why would I, you know, even care for your opinion on anything else, including, you know, who's the favorite soccer player or team right now? Unless you're trying to distract me from the real, you know, menace in your mind at hand. You know, I'm not that stupid and idiotic like you tell people I am. But you can. Go ahead. I don't tell you what. You know, I don't manipulate people. I don't mess with people like that. I just, country here is on some fraudulent terms, and your $32 trillion is the least of your problems. Maybe those stinking people were right. Being poor is probably the best thing, and having a brain, logic, and compassion and reasoning skills, right? Do they have that? And everybody wants to defend them, and including the guy that steers from an AIDS foundation, right? And he's a pill popper and a drug user, right? But that's your internet celebrity, and you're gonna back him up there, Steve. I mean, it kind of gets you angry when you've been pushed around this and that, and just people are just freaking retarded and ridiculous. And then there's people that didn't even know that site like that exists. I mean, so why don't you just go overdose right now? Why do you even care? What do you care about, writing about this guy's life? Like, now you're gonna, and a lot of stuff was just freaking negative and shit. I thought, well, because he was in a major superstar, or you would do it to anybody else as well, right? I mean, there's your freaking Americana for you. Get high and, relax, because I know some of you are just stressed. Yeah. You need to, and yeah, take some alcohol like Bill Maher over there, and his little atheist god over there. Everything will be just fine in your brain.